welcome back. I'm here with a TBR after forever of not doing any videos because the end of August was a little crazy. I mean, the whole month. I keep calling it August. What am I doing? The end of July was very crazy. And I mean, beyond that, I just set myself a ridiculous TBR that was like all nonfiction and stuff I wanted to read, but was just too much stuff to have a TBR and to possibly have a chance of finishing. So reading-wise, I had a weird month, and then life-wise, I had a rough end of month. So here we are, technically a few days after the start of August, but whatever. I have a TBR for you, and it's smaller and hopefully much more manageable than last month's, and that's all I care about right now. So let's hop into it. First off, we have Earth's End, which is book 3 of the Air Awakened series, which I've been slowly making my way through this year. This is like the halfway point because there's Water's War, I believe is what the 4th one was called, that comes after this, that I'm also looking forward to. I've loved and adored these books. I don't think I've done any specific reviews, but I think they've at least been on TBRs and stuff, and I'm really enjoying the series. So yay that I've got the next one to read for this month. Next up, I have Delivering Hope. This one I'm very sillily excited for, probably. Not that sillily is even a word, but we're skipping it. We're moving on. This is an LDS book. So just for that, me being LDS or a member of the Church of Latter-day Saints, if you've heard of us, that's what that is. So I'm excited for it in that aspect. The story specifically features around like adoption and teen pregnancy and stuff, so I think it'll be a fun topic, hopefully, to delve into and to read a book about. And I like supporting authors from my religion too, so that I get to do that is also fun. Next up, we have this that my library classifies as sci-fi, but the description makes it sound like horror, so I'm excited for it. But this is called The Phlebotomist. This is one about a society that's divided up, like all those YA dystopias, except for it's based on blood type, because there was some big radiation event, and so now people have to be segregated by their blood type for reasons. And there's going to be some sort of adventure involving all that, and it sounds fascinating, and I'm very excited for it, especially since I don't read a ton of sci-fi, but this is precisely the kind of sci-fi that totally hits my boat. It's not like space related or anything, it's just like kind of near future science related, and I love it, and I'm excited. So there's that one. Next up, we have one that I don't know how I feel about, but I've got Anne of Manhattan. So this is like a pseudo-sequel. I couldn't find like the Anne of Green Gables part to it, but this is like a modern retelling of Anne of Avonlea, I want to say, which would be like the second book when she's just going off to college, and it's like a modern retelling. And I was like, what a wild idea, and I really wish they had like a modern version of Anne of Green Gables to start it off with. But I mean, we all know that Anne and Gilbert are OTP, and having a modern spin on it sounds kind of fun, so we'll see how this one goes too. Next up, if you've been watching me at all, you know I like to do books with the same title. I have 2 of those for this month, but I'm going to say what my plans are because I want to. Sometimes I keep it a secret and sometimes I don't. And this month I have them already here, so we may as well announce them as an official TBR thing. And these are How to Breathe Underwater by Julie Oranger and How to Breathe Underwater by Vicky Skinner. This one is a YA novel. This one, I believe, is a book of essays or short stories. Not clear, because I haven't read the description in a while. I did that same thing that I generally do to find these, where I was looking up other books on the library website, and these came up, and I was like, oh, these both have fun titles. I want to read them, and then do my comparison thing that I do. So look forward to that coming up this month. Next up, we also have Dr. Aphra, Volume 2. I read Volume 1 last month or maybe the month before. I don't remember. I don't think I did an official review on it or anything, but I really enjoyed Dr. Aphra because it was so Star Wars adjacent. Volume 1 even included some of the original adventures with Luke, Leia, and Han playing a part in some of the adventure, so that was really fun. But beyond that, I thought she was a fun concept of a character to get me interested in the Star Wars universe beyond main characters, because I didn't realize that like Luke and the gang were gonna be in it, and I just liked her character, and then they turned up and I was like, oh, this is extra fun. So I'm gonna keep reading it and hopefully continue enjoying her as a side character in that universe. And yeah, there's that. And then finally, we have Gold Diggers by Sanjana Satan. Sorry, I probably should have looked up how to pronounce that, but I am bad and I don't remember these things until I'm making the video. But this one is a novel taking place in, at least partly in India, but also deals with like the American dream, so it cuts back and forth, I believe. I have barely started it, so that's about all I know just from that. But this one I actually found out about because I was looking at a book auction that was to help people in Palestine while all that was going on and crazy, and this was one of the books that was being auctioned. This is just a library copy, but it sounded interesting and I wished I could have bought all the auction books, but I could not. But I was glad that the library had it so that I could at least still read this, even if it wasn't one that I bought to support all that. What can you do? That's life, I guess. It's best laid plans or whatever. But yeah, that's my TBR for the month. Let me know if you've read any of these or think that I'll have any particular thoughts on any of them, if there's any of them you particularly would be interested in seeing a review on, all that kind of fun stuff. I love hearing from people if they have anything to share. And yeah, I think that's all I've got for now. This is the Harper signing out.